Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 8, read. Go. 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 Switch. Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not the start he was hoping for there. So maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 right.
2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Don't say nothing. Attack, attack. 57, 57,
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see. Yeah,
I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they'll try the jet sweep here. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Yellow. 56. Rip black. Rip black.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will find his man on the outside.
Let's go.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yellow. 40. 54. Watch the curve.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go. Let's go.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Malone, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Badgley's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 3, Broncos nothing.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's put. Watch 98. Watch 98.
Off the play fake. Malone. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, Malone. Open man is Anderson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Malone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that trims the lead down to 9. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Robinson's got it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. Yellow. You will hold this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Check, check, yellow. Check, check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
65. Check, check. Fresno. Mike 56. Mike 56. It's coming this way. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. General. Yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Camara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Malone. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bravo! Ready?
To throw again. Malone. He's going to walk one. Deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey. Hey, Team 6. Watch 98. 98's the mic. You ain't get it.
On 3rd down, Malone. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Heavy on the edges. Watch the edge.
The Chiefs will set up for a 2-point conversion.
Hey, Fenty. Mike spot 4. Let's go. Check 26. 15. Crunch. 61. Matchbox. Light.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Look at me, zipper. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. There's a party. Go.
2nd and 5. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Malone. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Operating from the gun, Malone. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Malone. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
50, play. 61, match box, right.
To throw on 2nd down. Malone to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Jason Kroon. 3rd down here.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, Hayward! Fight!
From the gun, Malone. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Malone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jason Kroon, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas scored with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, 43. Alpha.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for KC. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
And now here's another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I got it. 49, check 49, check 49.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Malone. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Malone. He's going to loft one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Uncorks one for Davis. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Hassan Reddick just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Malone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Hey, Charlie.
On 4th down, Malone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mahomes going to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Back to throw. Malone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
5.
That's got to be a long day.
On 4th down, Malone. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Time to go, night. Check three.
Hard. They go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chiefs, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll sink now to 0-4, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.